Morning everyone. Well, we've had a bit of rain through the night, a bit of wind as well. We'll go and shift the cows. The cows are standing on the yard at the moment. I put them on there yesterday. Yesterday afternoon I stood them off, all of them. It's pretty good rain though we're having at the moment. It's what we would call easterly, so it's warm, which is even better because yeah, it's warm. You can hear the wind. We lost our trampoline, it flipped over last night. Yeah, let's go and see what the damage is, and we'll go and shift all the cows. Got some work to do at church this morning, so just going to get these jobs done and then go and do that. Let's go. We've had 130 mils. Pretty good effort. Well, we've had some good downpours during the night because we've lost a bit more gravel off our car park. We're probably going to change it, so this is where our cabin is. We're probably not going to have the car park over here because if this always happens, you can see it's just washed it straight across there. And then there's a bit of water in the stream. It's not normally like that. And we've lost the side out of the bank there. I put those rocks there and the water's pretty much just gone around those rocks. Lost a few plants. That was a plant there. On there, gone. We planted some along the side there and they've disappeared. You can see the water has just come down here and actually gone right across the lawn there. Oh well. Let's go and shift the cows. So I'm managing to shelter out of the wind and rain. But the cows, we're going to go in this paddock. We used to call this the gully paddock when we were kids. It's got a stream that runs down through it, which it dries up in the summer. They got a break down the bottom there, but they'll make a huge mess running down through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big break up in here for them, and they can go in there for the morning, and then I'll stand them back off again because this weather is just horrendous. Yeah, so that's the plan. That's the second mob there. So I was never a huge fan of standing cows off the yard. At our last job we didn't really need to stand them off because through the winter we were quite a light stocking rate. And it was also a long way to walk the cows quite often, whereas on my parents' farm. It's not as far to walk, and we don't really want to waste too much grass or damage too much. So yeah, standing them off on the yard is actually not too bad for them, because they're all huddled in a group, so they stay nice and warm, and they actually stay pretty clean. The only downside is we can't put the rain diverter on, so when you've got a lot of rain, all the water goes to the pond. So the second mob down there, they've actually got a break set up that way, but once again, it's right in the back corner of the farm, and it's not steep, but it's downhill to their paddock. So what I'm planning on doing is setting up a break. There's another flat paddock up here which I haven't grazed. I'm just going to give them a big break in there, and I'll stand them off after lunch. This weather is not meant to last forever. It's only, I think, today should be the worst of it, and then it's gone. So we're just staying home. So yeah, hopefully that's the case, because can't handle too much more of this. At least it's warm. The grass is growing, so I can afford to give them some bigger breaks. Right, there they are in the paddock. They'll be happy for a few hours in here. Got a good sized break. So this is only the second or third time I've actually had to stand the cows off, so that's not too bad. We dried off in the middle of May, and it's nearly the middle of July, so yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. Well, we're going to do the second mob. Here comes the second mob. They're pretty close to the shed. The first silage pit's just there, so the cow shed's only not even 100 metres beyond that. So they'll be pretty happy in there. They've got a big break. Nice and handy to the shed, so I'll stand them off later. A few springing up now. We've got a few heifers springing up. The cows seem to just spring up and then calve. That's what I find. So there's a couple of cows springing up. So this is the reality of farming when it's raining. Yeah, ideally it'd be good to have a, she's sprung up. But yeah, ideally it'd be good to have a, oh, that's that stupid cow. The neighbour's flipping cow over there. In the distance, you can see a cow running down through the paddock. Right, that's them. Yeah, but this is the reality of farming in the wet. Ideally it'd be good to have a herd home, but in New Zealand that's quite a cost, quite a big outlay. So yeah, I would imagine that it's something that we'll probably look into in the future, is shelter for the cows when it's like this. But realistically, New Zealand winters are pretty mild, well, especially around here, so it's not very often that we actually have real bad weather like this. Most of the time it's not too bad. We do get patches, but most of the time it's pretty good. So alright, I'm going to shoot to the runoff, and I'll catch up with you later on when we stand these cows off. So the trampoline was tied down over there, ended up over here, landed on the side of the clothesline. About to fix that. That's made out of heavy steel, maybe, but poor trampoline. Yep, when I look at that brake I made it a bit small. It's the second mob, so must have given these ones here a bit bigger brake than the last ones, because there's less mess. But I was just thinking then that that could also be that that's a lower lying area, so it's naturally going to be wetter compared to where these girls are now. So they're actually looking pretty good. There's one sitting down over there. I was almost tempted not to take these ones off, but I still am going to take them off, just to look after this ground. big belly cows. There he goes, in you go. Up. It's always nice to get a break in the weather. The cows enjoy it. Nothing worse than it being windy and miserable. Come on girls, in you go. Come on, in you go. Up, come on, in you go. So what I do on the side race of the yard where we've got the second mob standing is I just divide them up, because my fear is with it being long and skinny, the cows could bunch up in that end, and then they'll go back the other way and they'll bunch up in this end. So yeah, I just divide them up into roughly 3 groups. Few more. So overall, coming into calving, I'm happy with the condition of the cows. We still have, you know, a few lighter ones, but yeah, she's a little bit light, not real bad, but like this one here, she's in good condition, pin's nicely rounded. Another one is a bit lighter, but some of these cows that are light are always light, and then you're always going to get your fat cows, so it's the same as humans, you always got some that are a bit heavier than others. And this here is my favourite big crossbreed cow. She is a unit. She's the one I actually saved. There's a video of she had milk fever. There's a video about her, I think. And this pen, we've got a friendly one right there, waiting for a scratch. There you go. So that'll be it for this video. It's just starting to rain, getting a few spits on the windscreen again, so I've done my work with the gear on, so we're going to head home. So yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.